Fine. Hello, sir. Today we will be presenting our project, which is titled Deep Learning for Protein Structure Prediction by me, Cesario Maribowo, and Ferdy Jonathan Angwijaya. For our division of work, we each did 10 papers each for literature review, and we each searched for codes. But for the code that we're using right now, it's mostly done by Faraday because the codes that I found didn't work. So that's for the division of our work. And we can move on to the next page. Before we understand the whole process, we need to understand what is protein first. Proteins are large, complex molecules made up of amino acids. They play very crucial roles in almost all biological processes, serving as structural components, enzymes, hormones, antibodies, and more. Now we can move on to what is protein structure. Protein structure is the specific arrangements of amino acid residues within a protein molecule. There are four known hierarchical structures of protein. First, primary, second, secondary, third, tertiary, and four, the quaternary. This is the brief explanation for it. Primary structure is the sequence of amino acids in a protein, while secondary structure is the local folding patterns like alpha helices and beta sheets. Tertiary structure is the overall 3D shape determined by the folding and interactions. And quaternary structure is the arrangement of subunits in multi-chain proteins. Can move on to the next page. So why is protein structure prediction is so important? Protein structure prediction is incredibly important in helping human civilization with all of these new diseases that come with our industrial advances. Protein structure prediction helps us by discovering new drugs, understanding diseases, evolutionary studies, biotechnology, and engineering, and a lot more that's not said. Can move on to the next page.
Okay, next is how does protein structure prediction work? Secondary structure prediction involves analyzing the sequence of amino acids in a protein and predicting how it might fold into local structures like alpha helix, beta strands, and coils. This prediction is based on patterns learned from known protein structures. Okay, next, what we use for secondary structure prediction. For the algorithm, from our literature review, we conclude that the state of the art for protein prediction is AlphaFold 2. But AlphaFold 2 architecture is very complex. It has neural networks, transformers, and attention-based mechanism. Since AlphaFold 2 is too heavy, we decided to use neural network algorithms to conduct this study.
Okay, so the models that we use for this study is CNN, FCNN, DBM, and RNN. Uh, the the we'll explain briefly about how each works. DBM, which stands for, or the acronym for Deep Boltzmann Machine, works by having multiple layers of neurons where each neurons interacts probabilistically with all others, capturing complex dependencies in data through unsupervised learning techniques. FCNN works just like CNN and RNN, but the difference is that FCNN establishes connections between every neuron in adjacent layers. So it basically makes it very good for basic tasks like classifications and regressions. CNN leverages convolutional layers to extract hierarchical features from grid-like data. So it is very good for image recognition and segmentation, while RNN maintains internal states to process sequential data, making them ideal for tasks like natural language processing and time series prediction. Next slide.
Okay, next the dataset that we use. For the dataset, we took this from GitHub, which consists of 1,000 sequence. The link can see in the presentation. Okay, next is metrics that we use. We use accuracy, precision, and recall. We use three metrics in here for the evaluation. Okay, next is the results of the study. This is the performance comparison from four model that we use. First is deep Boltzmann machine. For the accuracy, it has 0.49851. Next is precision, it has 0.37625. The recall is 0.70965. Okay, next is the RNN model. For the accuracy is 0.64828. The precision is 0.54929. For the recall is 0.79157. Next, for the CNN model, the accuracy is 0.68809. Precision is 0.58851. The recall is 0.80959. Last is the for FCNN model. The accuracy is 0.63855. Precision is 0.61668. The recall is 0.64282. Okay, next is the conclusion. From the GitHub dataset and the models that we use, we can conclude from the performance comparison before that the CNN or convolutional neural network model is the best performing model with the highest accuracy, precision, and recall. On the other, the worst performing model is the deep Boltzmann machine with the lowest accuracy and precision.